I feel privileged. It's not something that comes very often. You don't just wake up and be like, oh, I'm going to study in the US.
I'm happy and I feel special. I'm here living one of my dreams.
Exciting and wonderful learning experience. I hope to take the lessons that I've learned here back to my home country and apply it to my career as I go on in life.
So many skills by just being here that, someone will think, oh, you just came here to study, but actually you grow as a person.
Getting immersed into the American culture and at the same time improve in our careers.
It's a life-changing experience.
Ready?
Amazing.
Crazy.
Wonderful.
Uplifting.
My name is Franck. I'm from Ghana, and then I studied at Wright State University.
I am Shiwani and I'm from Himachal Pradesh, India. I am studying at Sinclair and I'm here in an exchange program called Community College Initiative Program. And it's a fully funded program and it's run by the US government all over the world.
Hey guys, Anish Thomas from India. I'm studying at Wright State.
Hi everyone, I'm Mina. I am from Iran and I am studying at University of Dayton.
Well, that's a long story, but I'll try and cut it short. So I was just in the process of applying to schools. I think that whole journey took like about 3 years. And so year in, year out, I'd apply, but depending on funds and the school and the opportunities available. But I feel after 3 years, I got into Wright State. And it was just mere coincidence because I had not heard about Wright State University, and there was one friend of mine who was actually at Wright State, and I just saw he was on Facebook. He was we studied together in undergrad back in Ghana, and so I saw him and I asked him where he was at, and so he mentioned to me, and then he said there was a program that he thinks would be good, so if I wanted to try it. So I was at that point applying to schools, and so added it to my list. And fortunately for me, like I got admitted, and I got some scholarship and got the assistantship too. So that was really good.
Well, first I applied for some various programs in different countries, including the US, and then I got admission from a university that is called University of Dayton in Dayton, Ohio, and I decided to attend this university.
So I'm here on F1 visa. So that means I had to go to the embassy and apply for a student visa, apply for colleges, write an exam called GRE, TOEFL, apply for a lot of things to the US government, pay a lot of money. So basically it was a long process, almost 1 year. So, and then I applied to colleges, got admitted, and then when I got admitted, I came here. First time I traveled from India, so my starting point was the state of Karnataka. So I took a flight from Karnataka and it took me to Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport. And then from there, I took another flight to the port of entry to US was Minnesota. And then from there, my immigration check. And then from there, I came to Dayton. And here I am right now. It almost felt like a ghost town because there was hardly any people. Because in my mind, US is like, oh, let's go party. But when I came here, there was hardly anyone. I think there was, including me, there was only 5 people in the airport probably. So it was very lonely.
I was doing my diploma in elementary education, and along with that, I pursued 2 years in Access program. And Access program is one of the programs that is run to promote English language around the region of India through the US government, and I was a part of that. So I got nominated from that program for this program. I belong to a kind of remote region in India. I mean, it's in the very north of Himalayas, I can say. I have had no computer and no laptops to fill in that application form. But yeah, my family helped me a lot. Once my application got accepted and I got the college, That moment when I received the mail, I was in my village. I couldn't reach out to that mail because I wasn't having any network connectivity that time. It was kind of, I don't know how to say it. I can't just describe that feeling. And then I went through the medical examination and some interviews, I can say. And more than that, I did my TOEIC test, which is an English language proficiency test to get into the United States, I can say. And actually, I was not able to select any college for me, so we were kind of allotted. So I was given St. Clair Community College, and I came here. Yeah.
Well, I remember waking up with my admission email, and I was so excited and happy. I let all of my friends and family know, and all of them, they were supportive and motivating me.
It was like I was emotional, but at the same time I was happy, because I was like, I don't know how it happened, but it happened now. Eventually it did. I mean, I was not expecting it to be cleared so fast. I was like expecting the results to come a bit later. But it was a good moment for me. I mean, I don't know, I was emotional.
I was excited for the new challenges that were going to come up, but also I knew it wasn't going to be like easy. Like it wasn't going to be like home issues with maybe the food and just the differences that you wouldn't expect. Some of them might just be so minute or you wouldn't even think of it, such as maybe you knowing your neighbors, knowing everybody, because in Ghana, like, it's just communal, like if I can put it that way, but it's almost like I go here and it's like, oh, you cannot know your next door neighbor, you see them pass and that's about it. So some of them I knew ahead of time, some of them I only go here and found out.
I was scared. I would not meet people, I would not make new friends, like I would be paired with a wrong or like weird roommate, or I would be the weird roommate, I don't know. But everything went well.
Growing up, I used to watch all these English movies, and from there, I thought US is going to be like, let's go party, let's go have fun, let's go chill, let's go hang out. But when I came to Dayton, it was a total different experience because, yes, that is a part of US where you have fun and stuff, but then there is other part where a city like Dayton is a totally different kind of a feel. It's more, some people even consider it like a village or there are hardly any people, but then it's so peaceful out here. So it was a totally different experience and completely different from what I expected it to be.
One thing I was sure with was that it's gonna be better. Like my perspectives are gonna change. I'm gonna get a new experience of how life is like around the world. Before coming here, I wasn't like expecting people to be so friendly or amiable, I can say. But once I got here, it's like entirely a different world for me.
In the initial days, of course, it's like hard because you don't know the people, the cultures are different, but like after some time, the more you know the people, the better you get along. Well, I'm so happy to say that every part of my first academic year in Dayton was so memorable and rewarding. I'm enjoying meeting new people, making new friends, and I have no regrets so far.
I like it, I love it, but then there are sometimes I don't like it too. For most of it part, I like it. It took me some time to get used to the people, getting to know people, understanding the culture here. Once I got to it, it has been pretty much easier for me to just get along, and I like it right now. I'm enjoying. It's easy for me to connect with people. I understand the food habits that they have and the food habits that I have, and then coming to a common ground. So yeah, I'm learning. I'm still learning. A lot to go. My initial plan when I came from India to US is to meet the local people here. That was my primary goal. So when I came here, that was my go-to thing. So I tried to meet a lot of American friends as much as I could. So I used to go for different organizations, uh, go to different events, try to meet the local people here. Not always it has been great, but for the most part, it has always been a blessing.
I think overall it's been a positive experience for me, and I feel like I mentioned earlier, I applied to several schools, and for some reason I always felt I was going to go to like Wright State, and I feel like right now when I look back, it's like, yeah, because it's been such a positive experience. The people I have met, the friends, be it in the classroom or like through IFI, and outside of the classroom, it's just been enriching for me that even though I feel like I'm not home right now, but it just feels like it's a second home. I feel like I can live here and just feel comfortable with the people and just the experiences that I've had so far. So it's been good for me experience-wise.
Sometimes we just make perceptions about United States before getting into United States, like it's just party, fun and stuff, but it's like every country has different phases. Like it has like both sides, simple and more organized, I can say. So where I'm living is a simple part of United States, and it shows like every country is kind of similar in aspects. And even in my program, we are allotted some American host families. So we get to know culture, like how American families are like. I got a chance to attend a Thanksgiving program in a family, and also Christmas, like how they celebrate things. I got to know that.
One thing I can say is this area, it's transportation, because unlike in our countries back home, there's public transport. It's much more like, I feel you have it much more, but in Dayton, like everybody drives. So for a new student to come here and not have a car, just going to get groceries, it's just difficult to get around, even though there's some bus system, but it's not extensive enough to get to wherever you're going to go to. So that's a bigger challenge for international students. And sometimes like cultural issues too can just be an issue. Culture of tipping. That was so like, we didn't do that at home. If you wanted to give somebody, you gave, but it wasn't like expected. And like I mentioned earlier, just the culture of like, just being independent. People are just like, it's more independent society here. So you can, everybody goes about their life and it's their business kind of, but back home I feel it's much more different. Like you have people more involved in what you do. So it was kind of a difference for me, yeah, when I came here. You might not understand why things are done this way and not done the other way. And food, of course, is a big thing too, because you won't get food like you used to. And so it's important that you adapt. We've all had to adapt and make some of the things we can find here and cook them. Some of the things you just have to learn other things as well. Try American food because it's all part of the experience. And
challenging aspect that it will probably be understanding the culture. It takes some time to understand it, and the most challenging thing that I experienced was something called personal space. Coming from India, we don't have a concept of personal space so much. So when I came here, the concept of personal space was a little challenging for me to understand, but now I'm getting into it.
The biggest challenge I would say is like, I sometimes feel homesick. I miss my family and friends. I miss my country, my city, the food, and everything. But it's fine because like when I miss my family, I call them and I talk to them and I feel better.
The biggest challenge was to improve my English language proficiency, because when I really came here, it was like kind of hard for me to communicate well. And that was the biggest challenge because I couldn't make friends. I couldn't like share up my opinions, thoughts properly. I mean, even if I would like convey them in a good way from my side, it sometimes doesn't seem to be okay for others.
Financials could be difficult, but like I mentioned earlier, fortunately I got some funding when I came here, and then got a graduate teaching assistantship position too. So that helped me a lot to be at least be able to take care of the minimal things, groceries and food and just the daily stuff. So I was fortunate, I would say, in that sense, but it can be challenging because education is much more, it's expensive here compared to back home. And maybe let me share this, like when you have your parents, for instance, send you money, it's so much when they send it, but when it gets here, you're just using it for groceries, and it's so much because of the exchange rate and everything. And so finances can be like a challenge to internationals. I agree. There can be challenges, but you have to learn to overcome them in some way.
And the best part is, I think people are so friendly out here. If you really put yourself out there, people are really there to help you out. So that should be the positive part for me.
Being an international student is also a kind of benefit actually, because when I went to Sinclair College, I told my professors that I'm an international student here and English is not my first language. So whatever course material they were like completing by time, they were just getting into a touch with me, like if I'm doing it good or not, if I'm understanding things or not. So yeah, it's kind of cooperative, I can say.
Meeting new people and new culture, like especially like nature is so good in Dayton.
A lot of things. So the first craziest thing should be, so when I left India and came here, I didn't have any money to pay my fees. So cutting the story short, I came here, and then within the first 2 weeks, I just got a scholarship that covered my whole tuition expense and that paid for my totally everything. And the second craziest thing is there was this beautiful couple. They were like, oh, this guy is nice. How about we just give him a car? So they gave me a car for free. So that is pretty crazy, I would say.
Well, I want to talk about the first day, like my first impression when I first arrived in Dayton. I remember when I was waiting for my cab in front of the airport, I realized that there was nobody around, and I was so scared and like kind of disappointed. I was like, I'm buying my ticket and going back, because I was born and raised in a like very crowded city. I think it was the craziest thought I've ever had since I came here.
So it's kind of funny. I had never been into a plane before. So when I was reaching the airport to come here in Delhi, I was kind of crying in the car, like I'm gonna leave my parents for a year, oh my God, and stuff. And when I was like pretty near to the airport, I started seeing airplanes flying in the sky, and I was kind of excited. Oh my God, Shiwani, you're gonna get into this now. Before getting to the airport, I had a marker and I just decorated my suitcase like hell, I can say. I put my program coordinator's information, address and everything into that, even my college name, because I thought that I can misplace it. In the airport, I just got my diary out and I just wrote it down, like to explain the thing that I'm not getting my luggage, where will I find that? So yeah, this was one of the craziest or funniest, I can say.
Well, maybe this is not crazy, but I would say just for me, it's just positive. Like if you say crazy, it's not like wow story, but it's just like how I have felt like Dayton as a home. Like it's just crazy. I can't imagine myself like when I have to leave like all the friends I've made behind. It's just going to be so tough, so difficult for me. And so it's just those friendships that I have made like in school, out of school, American families, host families and all of that. Like it's just been crazy how people are just so nice in the Dayton area. And there's so much, I feel, non-profits and organizations that do things for international students and maybe immigrants in this community. And so I'm just truly amazed at what Dayton is and all the things that the city does. The best friendships, I would have to say like it's been through like IFI, a non-profit which seeks to make internationals like me feel like at home. And so like our families are not here, but there's the opportunities for us to meet, share food, sing, and just study the Bible. And just it's just been, I have friends, I feel most of my friends are through IFI.
At IFI, we meet a lot of people from different cultures, different countries, and the local people. This is Mina, and I met her from IFI. That's where I know her from and had a good friendship.
Yeah, actually in IFI we meet a lot of people, like international students from different countries. And Anish is one of the friends that I met in IFI. Like we play games, we have discussions, and like food, of course.
Definitely
yeah.
food.
We eat like dinner together and have fun.
Yeah, I think that's a very good space for us to meet different people and understanding different cultures. Like I would never know her culture or what she's like, what kind of personality she's like if not for IFI, you know. And shout outs to IFI for just organizing it and helping us know what different culture feels like, what different countries feel like, and the food. Oof, the food is great. The food is something everyone loves, and IFI has got me into the food culture.
Because it's a great place to meet new people, and you know, you wouldn't feel alone because there are a lot of international students just like you. So make sure to come to Dayton.
Yep, like she said, if you are an international student and you somehow end up in Dayton, Ohio, don't feel lonely because it happens. You know, when you land in Dayton, there are hardly any people. Chance of you feeling lonely is super high. But that said, it doesn't mean that people are not there. There are many organizations, I'm pretty sure, in your school, UD, University of Dayton, Wright State, or Sinclair. There are many organizations in your school. Please get plugged into one of them. Like IFI is one great organization. I'm so thankful that I took an initiative and just plugged in. Today, I'm so happy that I have a lot of friends, you know. So if you're in Dayton, you should, and if you're in international, you should please check out IFI or many other international organizations, or any organization for that matter. It will help you a lot. And yeah, you can thank me later.
If you are an international student in Dayton, please check out International Friendship Incorporated.
And this, I agree.
According to Open Doors annual report, more than 914,000 international students enrolled in U.S. universities for the academic year 2020-2021. Ohio Public Institution of Higher Education counted more than 5,200 international students enrolled for graduate study, 4,800 undergraduate for fall term 2020. In total, more than 10,000 of international students in the state. I met Khensani. She's an international student part of an exchange program called Community College Initiative Program. Khensani and 13 other students from the program study at St. Clair Community College.
Hi, my name is Khensani and I am 22 years old. I am from South Africa and I am part of the CCI program, which started in August, where we had to come from our respective countries to the United States. And we started in August, we'll end in May, which is 2 weeks from now. Yes. And going back home, actually, we have like action plans that we have to complete. And these action plans are to help like our communities, either giving back to the communities or having like certain projects that will target certain socioeconomic issues in our countries. And welcome to St. Clair. I'm going to class in 3 minutes. I have to be there. This is like our welcome area. St. Clair Welcome Center. And so pretty. Oh yes, in the class we learn about like different things about the US. It could be like US history, US monuments, and presidents, politics, food, cultures, holidays, events. We learn everything in that class, which is headed by our program coordinator, Maria Metcalf. And yeah, we're almost late, but let's hurry up.
Every Friday, the international students from the Community College Initiative Program have a special class with the program coordinator Maria Metcalf. They learn about American culture and share their own cultures. They come from diverse countries: Brazil, Colombia, Côte d'Ivoire, Dominican Republic, Egypt, Ghana, India, South Africa, and Turkey. Understanding others and promoting diversity is one of the core values of this class.
So I would say that this program has been really helpful for me, and I think it was also for all the 13 other participants. For me, because it allowed me to learn different cultures and how people interact in the culture, and the fact that we are from different countries and coming here, and how people interact with the culture, the American culture, because we were all exposed to the American culture on our phone, on the TV, and what we see. But coming here, it was different. So it was really amazing, and I learned a lot. I really learned a lot, because what you see on TV or on social media is not always true. So coming here, I saw things differently, and within this program, I've been learning so many things about leadership, about communication, about how to be assertive, about how to deal with situation when it comes to different culture and different people. So I can say this program was really a big deal for me.
So class is done, and these are all. Okay, you don't have to put my sister and classmates. And today we learned about like U.S. presidents and stuff, and we got some announcements about going home. Cause like I said, in a few weeks we're going home. And yeah, friends always give me because I walk slow. This is my best friend. You know, she had no friends, so I picked her up. POV from Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire. I hope I say that correctly. I'm very close to POV. Get the camera so that they see her.
So I'm Yovi Aka, and I'm from Côte d'Ivoire. I speak French. My country we speak French.
I'll come to my apartment. This is Karimai. She's from Turkey. Our Kim Kardashian. Hi. Look. Ooh. Hello. There's Amber, Shiwani, and Khensani. Yeah. we go to this program every Friday, and we always have to write our names. So I've been there 3 times. She's been there 4 times, but she's only put 3, and Amber as well. So today I'm getting my 4th one. Thank you for having me and being with me for the whole day. I'll see you guys whenever. Bye.